I had a job that almost wrecked me, and I'm grateful for it. I was a busser a few years ago for a steakhouse, and I learned a lot from it. It was an exhausting job. We walked 5 to 7 miles a shift. We had to carry a tray that was 50 to 70 pounds on one arm, polished hundreds of silverware, glasses, and plates in one day, and flipped many tables. On top of it all, you had to be nice and social and welcome guests with a smile. It was tiring, but I learned a lot. One of the lessons I learned was when you're walking around the restaurant, always be scanning. Look for people's empty glasses and refill them with water. If they're finished with their bread, remove their plates. And if they're about to finish their meal, prepare for the turn. Find out what you need to turn that table into and get ready. It taught me the idea of looking at what else? What else can I do? What else can be done to improve the situation? The next lesson I learned was if there's something going on in your personal life, leave it at the door. When the shift starts, you're on. People come to the restaurant to have a nice meal. They don't want to come to see you in a bad mood. So if you're in a bad mood, it affects how much you get paid and how much your team gets paid. The next lesson I learned was you gotta roll with the punches because unexpected things happen. It's crazy. One shift I had, I was doing great in the beginning. I was ahead and I was trying to be proactive, so I was, busting the tables, all good. Walked towards the hostess stand to figure out what the turn was for the table that I was preparing for. In front of me was a guest, and he was walking, and then all of a sudden he falls. He faints. I catch him. Everyone starts to scream. He's having a seizure. And we turn him. We get him up. He stands up, and we get him a chair to sit. I run to get him a glass of water. In the end, he was doing better, and I had to get my turn. So then I asked the hostess stand, and I continued my job. All of a sudden, I was behind. And I was behind for the next 3 hours. The next 3 hours was a blur. After I finally catch up, a table gets sat. The worst table I had ever had. They were rude. They had weird requests. They wanted water. They didn't want water. They told us to get rid of the water. Then they asked for water again. They were eating seafood, and the shells they had, they just threw it on the table. Then they took their waters and they poured it on the ground, making a mess everywhere. It was insane. And once they finished their meal, they left, and I was exhausted. I had to apologize to the servers and say, hey man, I'm sorry, today's performance was not very good. And the server just said, hey, it's just another day. Tomorrow's a new day. It just made me realize that once the job is done, leave it there. Don't take it home. And that was the final lesson that I learned.